Exclusively behind McLaughlin Youth Center walls and look at their example as we start to examine how to break the gang and youth violence cycle.
And for the second time this week, a man is behind bars for a sexual assault crime here in the city. And tonight, before heading to New York, Scotty Gomez was on home ice for an Alaskan All-Star game. Good evening, everyone. I'm Reagan Scott. CBS 11 News has obtained an eye-opening report about youth violence here in Alaska. It shows most of the kids doing hard time at the McLaughlin Youth Center are behaving themselves after time served. As our Break the Cycle series turns to preventing youth and gang violence, CBS 11's Matthew Simon is live at the Youth Center with more on this new report and why officials think they are having such success. Matthew.
And good evening to you, Reagan. McLaughlin officials just finished that report, as you have mentioned, and they say if we as a community want to start solving the gang and youth violence problem, we can look at their example to change our society.
I can think of several of them. We have one youth getting ready to be released here this summer.
The many McLaughlin success stories Superintendent Barbara Henjum recalls start with what youth center officials thought 4 years ago was a forward-thinking approach. Today, McLaughlin's Transitional Services Unit is a nationally recognized promising practice.
We work really comprehensively with each youth. We work closely with their family, with the youth, with supports they have in the community, as well as a variety of community partners that are co-located with us here at McLaughlin.
The McLaughlin community partners are perhaps the biggest reason this program's successful. From Boys and Girls Club and Big Brothers Big Sisters mentors, to Alaska Native Justice Center officials working to transition Alaska Native youth from the facility back to the bush. It's a team approach to holistically figure out what each child needs, so once they get there, they will not reoffend.
We work in collaboration with these other folks that I think really helps kind of wrap around the kids in a way that supports them and helps that success.
The numbers McLaughlin officials released today, obtained by CBS 11 News, looked at the 72 residents released between July 1st, 2004 and June 30th, 2005. Out of the 72 released, only 14 reoffended, and out of those, only 5 went back into the system. That means 58 residents, or 81%, are success stories.
If you can get 50% of those kids to not reoffend within the year after release, you're doing great. And we have 19%. So that means we are doing really, really well.
So if you combine all those things in building a relationship, providing structure, holding kids accountable, then the kids start to open up and start to become amenable to things that we're talking about.
You know, they're held accountable for decisions they make on a daily basis. They're held accountable for what got them in here. And you remind them of that. You work with that. You don't just tell an angry kid to stop being angry. You teach them skills to deal with their anger.
Within these walls, it is those community programs you heard mentioned that they say are changing kids, maybe even changing a violent kid to an acceptable member of society. As our Break the Cycle series continues next week, we'll take an in-depth look at those programs so you can use them as an example to reach out to a troubled child you know. Live now near East Anchorage, Matthew Simon, CBS 11 News.
Well, after saying he could give her a